Hey YouTube family, it's Gina, and I am going to do a garden tour today, y'all, because I came out here and I noticed some things. So I was like, let me do a quick garden tour. Um, I don't have a whole lot going on in the backyard garden, but there is some things. So let me show y'all what this peach tree has done since I brought it home. Y'all, if you haven't seen the short when I bought it, you need to go back and see it. All right, so let me show you. Look at them, y'all. The peaches are peaching. They getting some size to them. It's been raining a lot here. We had like 4 straight days of rain. So yeah, I'm gonna get some netting to cover these because I don't want nothing taking my peaches. I want some peaches. I even got some up here, one up there at the top. So yeah, the cherry trees aren't really doing anything. And then let me just start over here since I'm over here. This is where I have the tower with all the herbs, and they're still doing about the same. These are all the herbs I transplanted. They've been in there a couple of weeks now, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. All right, let me go around this. Yeah, I got so much stuff going on over here. So like I said, the cherries, they weren't doing anything anyway. They did bloom at the store, but I don't see either of them really putting on cherries. I saw a few on the Rainier plant, but nothing really that exciting. This is the strawberry green stalk, and a lot of those aren't doing anything yet either. I had a few of them that were starting. Let's see. I have a few strawberries, which, let's tuck you back in there because the bird sees you and you're gone. I get nothing. But I did start seeing some of them putting off leaves, and now they're all gone. So that's interesting. We got the pineapple guava plants. I need to pull off the leaves that were dying, but it's putting on some new leaves. So that was from when it got sent to me. Had it in the greenhouse for like overnight, and in that much time there was damage to the leaves, and I just never pulled them off. So I need to do that, get that off of there so that they can continue to flourish, because there's new growth coming up on both of them. All right, moving on. So over here in front of the greenhouse, I have lettuce. I'm using this planter to keep my greenhouse door open because even today it's only 60 degrees, but it's 83 degrees in the greenhouse. Yeah, this thing don't want to move. It's probably heavy from all the rain. And then in the other one, I have Swiss chard. So I've been using this to keep the door open so it doesn't get too hot in there. Even though I'm not growing anything in there, I just don't want it really hot in there. Okay. So moving on, y'all, this is why I was like, I need to do a tour. Look at that. I don't know if y'all know what that is. So let me see. I seen some more developed ones, which is what made me. Y'all see that? Yeah, they're in there. So guess who's going to have apples? Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Prepare to be sick of me, because they coming. Oh yeah, apple tree appling. Peach tree, it leafed out. I think it flowered a bit. These are my newer ones. Which one is this one? The peach, the Red Haven peach. So I don't think I'm gonna get anything on this season, but that's okay. Peach tree. My other peach tree, this one did bloom. It did flower, but I didn't have the other one at the same time, so they didn't quite get to pollinate each other. So I don't expect anything from that one either. That's my Radiant Peach. And here's my other apple. You see it. You know you see it. Y'all. This is the Honeycrisp. The other one was the Fuji. But apples. So I'm going to have quite a bit of apples this season. Last year, I got 1 apple from my Honeycrisp tree. This year, she going to give me more. She going to give me more. And I'm ready. I'm looking forward to it. So, yeah, look at that. Look at that. Appling. Appling. Yes. Y'all, this is what got me hyped. I saw these apples coming on. I said, oh, let me just do a quick little garden tour. So we gonna have apples. We got one of these, let's see. That's the kumquat, the fuchsia. And it lost all its leaves, of course, over the winter. We're gonna see what it do. It's not dead though. This one, I think is the Kimbra Satsuma is putting on new growth. So we're gonna see what it do. This is the lemon. I think this is a Harvey. I don't remember. Yeah, I don't remember. I think it is though. Oh, wait a minute. I remember it's a tag in here somewhere that told me. There's a tag somewhere else in here. Anyway, there's some lemons coming, but I forget which one that is. When I figure it out, I'm gonna label it somewhere where I can see it. That way I'll be able to tell y'all. This is my Meyer lemon, and everything died back on it over the winter. Yes, these were all in my greenhouse, and typically it will put back off leaves, but it always does it kind of late. So this year I'm gonna try to get it back into the greenhouse soon enough for it to set fruit in there, because it put fruit on last year, but I didn't put it up soon enough, so it lost everything. This is, I'm pretty sure this is my blood orange because it's so prickly. It was sticking me all dang on winter. That's the blood orange. But like I said, none of them are dead. They just lost their leaves, so we're just waiting for growth to come back. This is my other kumquat. Same thing, lost its leaves, waiting for everything to come back. Y'all, these are the potatoes. I need to load them up with some more soil, but these are the potatoes. Y'all see that? How much that's grown out from the last time y'all seen it? It ain't been that long. It ain't been that long. All this rain. Here's my other bag. Same thing. So I'm going to backfill it with some soil just to make sure, especially this one. This one had more soil in it than this one. And this one has more larger, I think, variety. Like it had a few of the russets, and it had Yukon Gold. It has some purple and probably red. I think this one is mostly just red and purple. Don't remember, but mostly probably purple. But yeah, so potatoes are doing their thing. This bed here has just garlic and onion in it. And I don't know what that is. I need to think if I planted something in there before I pull it. I don't think I did. Might be a volunteer, but it might be a weed. I don't know yet, but we're gonna figure it out. But look at that. Look how big that garlic is. So this bed is full of mostly onion, but it has some garlic in here too. And for those who don't know the difference, garlic is flat and onion is more tube like. So yeah, they're both in there though. Y'all look at, this is what I'll be talking about with my comfrey. And y'all probably like, well, you should be cutting it back. I have. Y'all see that? She loves it where she's at. So she come in hot. she be coming in hot and strong. And I've actually sent some to a couple people. I'm about to send some to someone else. But there you go. There's my comfrey, one of them. Guess what? I got 2 comfrey plants. Yep, you see her? She just as unruly. Now, like I told y'all in a live, for those who heard me in the live, when I said it, I don't have a problem with mine spreading. You see it's in that spot. That's the same spot it comes up in. It dies all the way down in the winter and comes right back up. Same thing with this one. However, it's so big, it imposes on other stuff. So that's why this year I am growing cucumbers, because they will grow up on this trellising rather than get smothered out at the bottom by the plant. All right. Let's go over here. We'll start and go over here and come over to the other side. So this is where I put those carrots, and as you can see, they're coming up. I haven't seen any of the celery coming up. There's a lot of weeds in here. Just a lot of weeds mostly in here, but I haven't seen any of the celery, but the carrots are coming up, both rows of them, so that's a good thing. And I'll just drop some more carrots in there. Look, one of those broke off. That must have been from the rain. I haven't planted anything in that bed, so those are all weeds. And then over here there's some onions. Those are all onions. I have a delicata squash plant right there on the end. And then I just threw some sweet potatoes in here to get some slips from them. These are some potatoes that I grew actually like a couple years ago. And they're the purple sweet potatoes, the purple flesh. So I'm gonna see if I can get some slips off of it to be able to grow those again. That's the only thing in here. I think I do have a couple of actual potatoes in here somewhere, but yeah. And then in this bed, I dropped some green beans. I see some of the seeds that have popped up, and they are starting to germinate. And they're kind of up at the top because of the rain, kind of all that water hitting the soil, but they're still germinating. So I'll have some green beans here soon. But this bed, half of it pretty much has green bean seeds in it. And I am going to do green beans on the other side as well. And in that little planter there, I do have some onions. Because these are onions that I grew from seed. They're Walla Wallas, and these are as well. These are all Walla Walla onions that I grew from seed. All right. So over here is where I have the brassicas. As you can see, they're doing pretty good. Let me see if I can get you a better view. Open it up some. All right. Well. Yeah. Okay. So there we go. We have the purple kale, which is doing good. I could actually harvest some if I wanted to eat. I have whatever that curly kale is over there in front of this purple one in the second row. I also have, I think those are all collards. No. I bought some Brussels. I was just thinking, oh, I should grow some Brussels sprouts. Those are Brussels sprouts. I bought a 3-pack of Brussels sprouts from my local nursery. I think those are jade Brussels. So that's what's on the end there, those 3 plants. And these are collards. And that right there next to my collard is a weed that I will get out of here. But 1, 2, 3 collards. Okay, so let's go to the other one. Yeah, I'll be keeping this closed up. I'll close it up all the way when I get done, because what I'm not gonna do is let that butterfly in. All right, so there is the kale that went to seed. And the other ones I pulled out because I have some at the community garden that went to seed. So I pulled those out because I don't need that many seeds. And in here we have collards, we have some garlic, we got some cabbage, and a bunch of weeds. So some of these plants be looking like food. Let me show you. This is not food. This is a weed. That is a weed. Those are not food. But they blend in enough to look almost like the same plants that I'm growing for food. So you just pull those out because I don't need them growing in my space. So I'll get them all out at some point. But most of it is my food. And like I said, I have collards, collards and cabbage, I believe is the only thing that's in here. That looks like a mustard though. I didn't grow no mustard. I didn't drop seeds for it. So that's what it looks like to me though. Anywho, and these are already starting to put off what are going to be little seed pods. So yeah, I'll have some kale seeds to harvest. All right, we got this bed here. This one has garlic and onions, but mostly garlic. I put the onions in late, so the ones that are bigger are garlic. They've been there since like September, October of last year. The onions, I just recently put most of them in. These are all weeds. Get them out of there. But that's what's in this bed. Just garlic and onions. We got blueberries over here starting to leaf out. I needed to probably trim up these like after the last season. I never do though, but it's starting to leaf out. This is my pink lemonade and this is my blue crop, and it's already showing that it's going to put on some fruit. And it put on a lot of fruit last year, so we'll have some. And then here is, I think that's a Jersey blueberry plant. And then I have my strawberries over there in that bed. All right, so let me make sure I didn't forget to show you anything. Y'all, it's still kind of wet out here. That's why I didn't walk over there to where the strawberries were. Because look, it's like a little bit of standing water even in my garden space because it's been raining so much. So I'm not trying to walk through all that water and mud and stuff. Yeah, I think that's it, guys. Really that I have going on in the garden. God, I've been hearing that door creaking. Yeah, that's it so far at the home garden. Now you guys know I'm growing a lot at the community garden, so that's why I don't have as much going on here. That's why I'm doing a lot of like garlic and onions, stuff like that. You don't see a lot of peppers, onions, and stuff like that. That's at the other garden. And I'm going to do green beans here, stuff like that. Some of my smaller plants, and that I can do a lot of it in these beds. A lot of food can grow in those spaces. So that's the plan. Outside of that, I don't think I do have some starts that I need to transplant. Different stuff, mostly some peppers. I think I have some jalapenos. I have quite a bit of those. Some purple cayenne, some okra, some stuff I don't know. I think this is watermelon, honestly, because it started out as a red bell. Oh, no. I know what it is. I wrote it on the cup. It's pickles. It's pickling cucumbers. I'm glad I did that because now this one I'm sure is a watermelon whip variety. I'm not sure. It could be Carolina, it could be something else. I don't know. And then some kind of pepper. Don't know. Probably oh, no, no, no. I know what this is. This is the Lasia. That's a Lasia pepper. Yeah, this rain has been killing. Like saturating my my cups that I'm starting seeds in. So there's that. Here's my other Lasia. This is a red, and the other one I showed you was the orange. These are supposed to be the butterfly pea, according to what's written on here. But we gonna see, because I also have something else that I think I put in there too. I don't know. Yeah, I need to do better. I said I was gonna be better this year. I tried. It'd be all good in the beginning, and then things just start happening so quickly. This is definitely watermelon. Oh, these are my Dixie Queen watermelon. I had 3 of those come up. All right, and then I think this is another cabbage. And then I bought some celery just in case I don't get any germination. And then I have some more corn coming up. So that's all, guys. That's what's going on in the home garden. Sorry about that, y'all. Somebody was calling me. That's what y'all saw me doing. But yeah, everything is looking good. After this rain, everything is doing its thing, y'all. Doing its thing. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. I hope y'all like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share. And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.